The Road to WrestleMania European Tour is finally coming to an end, guys, and we're going to be seeing the last show in the UK, so I hope they bring the energy and bring the hype, and then we're going to be in Minneapolis next week for Monday Night Raw. Can't wait to go back to regular start times. And we have a pretty awesome show lined up here. We are going to be seeing Rhea versus IYO for the title, and then Bianca Belair is going to be the special guest referee in that match. We also have Penta and Braun Breaker teaming up to go against Dom and Finn Balor. We'll see what happens with that. And guys, thank you so much for tuning into another edition of Road to Ringside. My name is Justin Winteroth, and let's dive into pretty much everything that's been confirmed for Monday Night Raw. But before we do that, you know the drill, guys. I'm going to ask you, please like the video if you're happy this is the last European show. I know that the European crowds have been super awesome and super fun and entertaining, but man, I'm just these start times, you just can't handle it. I can't handle it. I need to get back to my normal scheduling watch times, and I'm glad about it. So like this video if you agree with me on that, and then comment down below what the results of that IYO, Rhea, and Bianca Belair match is going to be. I know there's going to be some theories and whatnot, what might happen, but we'll talk about it a little later. But comment down below what you think is going to happen with that and who is going to be going to WrestleMania and competing for that title. And starting off the show, guys, we're going to probably see John Cena started off. Of course, that's just how it's been the last couple weeks on Monday Night Raw. And I mean, it's always a great way. It's always a great way to start a show off. Everyone hates Cena at this point in time, and I don't really blame him. But my gosh, he's brought up some valid points as to what the fans have done to him over the last 20 years, and he's really, really, really on top of his game right now on the mic. And he's not even, the whole thing with this is that he's not even mad at Cody. He's just mad at us. He's mad at us, and and Cody's just someone there in the way. So I mean, the real questions that have to be asked, I mean, like, what is going to be expected of part 3 here? Are we going to finally see them brawl it out? Are we going to finally see some physical altercations? I'm not sure, but I want to see that happen. And of course, we got to see Cody's behavior. I mean, like, Cody's behavior, I want to see it get to a level where it has never been before. I want to see him become more erratic. I want to see him become more aggressive. I want to see a different side of Cody from this feud. But guys, this is probably going to be the last time we see John Cena until WrestleMania, because this is the last advertised show that he's going to have. Now, I hope that's not the case, but what we really need to figure out in this feud, why did he team up with The Rock? Is that something we're going to find out tomorrow? Or if you're watching it, today, right? Are we going to be able to find out why did he team up with The Rock? That's what needs to happen from this feud, and we need to figure that out ASAP. So, I don't know. I'm hoping that happens, and if it doesn't, I'm going to be really, really confused going into WrestleMania. Like, why team up with The Rock if we're not going to have anything come from it? It doesn't make any sense. So we shall see, and I'm really excited about this segment. This is going to be the trilogy of promos, and I can't freaking wait. Hopefully, it comes out another 20, 30 minutes and just roasts the fans. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping that's how it goes. All right, of course, we're going to have Breaker, Penta, and then that's going to be going against Balor and Dom. So that's going to be great storytelling. I really like the direction of this, because this is really, really opening up the opportunity for an IC title belt match where it's going to be possibly a fatal 4-way. It's going to be possibly a 6-man thing. It could be one of those options. We'll have to see. Hopefully, it's a ladder match. They put the IC title up on that ladder, and they put it up in the sky, and someone's got to grab it. We're still waiting on the Logan Paul AJ Styles side of things. We could see that happen, but who knows? And what's the angle here going to be for Penta and Braun? They're teaming up. It's really interesting to me. I'm not 100% certain as to what's going to happen with that, but I don't know. I don't hate it. I guess, I don't know. I thought Braun was like this indestructible kind of like, jerk, but it seems like he's got a soft spot for Penta, which I don't blame him. Penta's a great wrestler. We'll see. And then here we go. We're going to keep with the tradition. There's going to be interference. Probably. There's probably gonna be some kind of interference. I mean, it wouldn't be a Judgment Day match if there wasn't, right? Carlito's going to get involved somehow, but I want to see something crazy from this. I want to see, like I said, possibly Logan Paul, AJ Styles, like, interrupt in this match and just kind of take over. I want to see a big IC title contention match at WrestleMania. So let me know what you guys think about that. I'd love to see something crazy happen. And of course, we got Gunther going up against Jimmy Uso. Of course, we heard that slap last week. That was insane. And it's just sad to me that Jimmy Uso, with one move, has gotten way over in a better storyline with Gunther than Jey Uso has, and it's just crazy to me. That's just how it goes sometimes, I guess. I'm loving this, obviously. Like, I love seeing Jey and Jimmy in some kind of storyline together, but is this a little too risky for Jey's, momentum that he has going into WrestleMania? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I mean, this is really, really hard. Will Jey Uso still be over after this, feud happens, whether Jimmy wins or loses? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Jay's really. I don't know. From what I see on TikTok and stuff, he's going to be fine. He's going to be just fine. I'm just kind of being a hater at this point in time. Kind of joining the Jey Uso hate train because I just think, I don't know, man. I'm tired of the eating. I think it's a little overplayed, a little corny in my eyes, but I know people love it. You know, I'm a minority when it comes to that, and that's just, it is what it is. You know, Jey Uso's great. I think he's a great personality, but you got to put your talent over when you can. You got to put these guys over when you can. So, does Jimmy win this match? If Jimmy wins this match, what are the repercussions? That would be freaking insane. That would be freaking insane if Jimmy Uso ended up beating Gunther. I don't even know. What do you guys predict what would happen if Jimmy Uso won this match? I think it would be a pandemonium, kind of crazy. Like, wow, did we book this wrong? Like, you know, what do they do now? How do we get, you know, is it a triple threat match? Who knows? A whole bunch of crazy things could happen. But I mean, they could really put this to bed, and Gunther needs to come out and just probably destroy Jimmy. But I'm gonna really like to see the differentiation on what happens here and how Jay handles Jimmy going up against Gunther. I want to see how he handles that. He's going to be ringside. Is he going to interrupt the match? What's going to happen? I'm not really sure. So I can't wait for this match. I'm very excited about it. I'm sure everyone else is as well. And of course, we're going to be having the new day announced for the show. They're going to be coming on the show, and they're going to possibly be going up against a to be determined, you know, tag team. We don't exactly know who that's going to be, and I really don't know who that's going to be. There can be a million different people. Could be American made. I don't know. It could be something lame, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm hoping it's like an NXT thing, but I also want to see I want to see Ludwig team up with Pete Dunne because that was teased and that would be pretty cool to see. I'd love that. It would be like four heels going up against one another, and it'd be really cool. Has the New Day lost their momentum? I mean, it's pretty clear that they have because the WWE doesn't know what to do with them at this point. Man, they had a really strong several weeks there, but unfortunately it's just fallen off and they've not been, you know, featured on a couple shows. That's just not really the way to capitalize on when they're over like that, but it is what it is. Can they get it back? Absolutely, but you know what you got to do to get that back? You got to bring Big E into the picture. So that could be the advertised portion of the show. Who knows? Big E could come out and maybe they could reignite that feud, and I think that's exactly what needs to happen. And there needs to be something to get them back on the map because they were so over and they were so hated, and I think that ultimately it just got lost and it just got lost in the mix, and they didn't expect that to happen, but it does, you know. Do the TBA match or feud, hopefully a big surprise. I mean, yeah, of course, like I said, I want it to be Big E related, or I would like to see Ludwig and Pete Dunne team up and cause a ruckus. We'll see what happens with that. I'd love to see something crazy from this happen, though. The New Day, they're obviously very long time friends and veterans in this business, and I think that they have all the opportunities in the world to get back on top to where they were at just several weeks ago. And moving on to the Rhea versus IYO and then the Bianca special guest refereeing in the match. All right, so Bianca is going to interfere, I think, and I think that this is eventually going to be able to turn into a triple threat. I think they're just kind of prolonging the storyline a little bit. I think that they just kind of panicked, but we also want to see Rhea and we want to see IYO. We want to see everyone wrestle, right? We don't want to see promos 8 weeks leading up to WrestleMania. We want to see some physical altercations here. So I think that this is going to be one of those things where Bianca mid-match realizes, man, I really want to face both of these women because they're both on the top of their games, and I hope that's the case. I really hope that happens. If that happens, does that hurt IYO? Does it hurt, you know? I mean, I obviously just feel bad for IYO Sky in general because she has been pushed to the side in this, and literally like slapped and pushed to the side. You hate to see it because she's such a talented individual, but I mean, charismatically, she doesn't match up with Rhea or Bianca, unfortunately. It's just one of those things. Like, those are the two powerhouses in the WWE right now. So, that's just something you got to go along with. And, of course, WrestleMania 41 will not be the ending between these three. I definitely believe that. I think that there's going to be a lot more to this story that could definitely go into SummerSlam. There could be a lot more that could go into basically a whole other WrestleMania. I think that this needs to be prolonged because these three women are at the top of the game, but I still do believe that Bianca is going to win no matter what. And my overall thoughts in the episode, again, this is the last time that we might be seeing Cena until WrestleMania, which is like, I mean, come on, man. Like, does it really have to be that way? Like, why can't we see this dude every single week? Like, I'm so tired of this part-time mentality in the WWE, but hey, I'm not out there busting my ass like they are, so they can probably just do whatever they want, and as fans, we're going to have to accept it. So, hope we see him a little bit more, at least one or two more times with WrestleMania, because again, that's less than a month away, but we got about 20 days, and I need to see him a little bit more. And what to expect in Minneapolis next week, of course, just I think everyone's just gonna be happy to be back home, right? I think everyone's gonna be happy to have these normal start times, and we're gonna be having just normalcy again. I mean, they've been in Europe for several weeks now, so it's been pretty crazy. And I'm excited for the ambiance at the Minnesota show. They better bring the heat because, of course, we all know Europe is a tough act to follow, but they better be ready to go. And of course, guys, like I said, we're back in the U.S. next week. Thank goodness. Can't wait for these normal start times. And everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to the another edition of Road to Ringside. If you haven't already, guys, please like the video, please subscribe, and of course, please comment. Every interaction means a ton to me, especially when you're doing it on my channel. But most importantly, please subscribe if you haven't already. I just hit 20 subscribers. Incredible. It's incredible. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. And of course, starting next week, once we're back in the U.S., content's gonna be coming out every single day. It's just been tough with this start timing and whatnot. I just hate it, but it is what it is. But everyone, thank you so much. Have a great day, and we'll talk about the review of Raw in the UK. Have a good one.